It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. Off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, Maiyegun don't come, oh, this one not the off in mind. Maiyegun don't come, oh, and in the touchlight every corner. Maiyegun don't come, oh, okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun Diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀.
Hello there.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun Live.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í kó níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary.
Let me quickly say this. In my own efforts to stop that delayed audio, I have decided to use the mark tonight. That same mark that usually just freeze and all that. And I am kind of want to be positive that it's not going to freeze. But if at any reason I just kind of stay frozen or something, I will fix it within 2 minutes. So don't go anywhere. Share the broadcast.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Thank you very much. Share this broadcast. Read the caption. Like the broadcast if you haven't already. And then sit back and relax. Enjoy this if you have done all of that. But if you haven't, please do so.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa bí. ayé ìṣúra jíjó ìgbádìyẹ ayé ìṣúra.
Buhari and APC, they looted Nigeria, mismanaged Nigeria, and then bankrupted Nigeria. And tonight, it could be a little chance of having or taking a glimpse into what is still to come. I have that tonight. Abuja residents, you now have Wike as your FCT minister, and he's already issuing you threats. You heard about that tonight. Thank you. Good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun, and this is live. I have come with loads of gists, information, and conversation. Some will call it expose. But tonight, thank you for joining me. I think it was about 2-3 days ago. No, it was about 4 days ago when the news broke that Nigeria's foreign reserve was used as a collateral for $13.7 billion approved by Buhari. Central Bank of Nigeria received the cash, and the National Assembly or the rest of Nigeria have no idea. When they handed over power to Buhari in 2015, the balance in the Nigeria Foreign Reserve at the time was put at $33.2 billion. At a point, the same Nigeria reported that the foreign reserve of Nigeria has gotten to over $42 billion. That was supposed to be good news. And to some of you who are watching me right now, if you don't understand what this simply means to Nigeria and Nigeria economy or the financial health of Nigeria, I'll tell you. The foreign reserve was supposed to be something you can say our own savings that can say, oh, credit rating. If you have to go out there for borrowing, something that Nigeria does very well, especially under Buhari. But do you know that as at this moment, whatever is the balance right now in the foreign reserve of Nigeria, Nigeria only have access. We only have access to $3.7 billion, the entire Nigeria, back to 1998, when the military handed over power to the civilian, Obasanjo. The balance in whatever was declared as foreign reserve of Nigeria was less than 5 billion. Obasanjo left 44 billion. Jonathan left 33. Buhari left 3.7 for Tifnumbu. So, number one, this is kind of alarming and shocking. Should be. Apart from the one you heard last week, this one is like to tell you that this guy didn't only destroy Nigeria. They took everything that they could get, including the foreign reserve of Nigeria. And nobody can say, I didn't even know that they also did a deal, currency swap deal, that they used the same foreign reserve of Nigeria as collateral. Everyone is in soup, including those of you who are just doing and minding your business, just trying to survive on your own, your businesses, your jobs. By the time this rain, by the time it falls, it will pour. And Buhari is still somewhere right now. And the rest of the rogues who are behind this are possibly just enjoying their loot right now. They emptied Nigeria treasury in and outside Nigeria. That's what they did. They stole every avenue that Nigeria earned resources or revenue from. They loot all of that. And today, Nigeria is as pangolo, as empty as pangolo. And guess what? Another set of rogues have been kind of inaugurated because there are already ongoing, never stopping, okay? Ongoing looting already. You've heard about them, but what are the consequences of all of this when the old rain starts pouring on everyone, including you watching me right now? A lot of people will cry, and they will probably not even understand why or how. Where you have APC, Egbekebe, the lying criminals, still very much in charge. So that's an alarming. That's what JP Morgan said in their report, which I kind of screenshotted earlier, right? They said, see this part. In arriving at the estimate, JP Morgan made a few assumptions, which include how the Nigerian foreign reserve got depleted by using it as a collateral that Nigerians are not aware of. Did they declare this inside the handover note they gave to Tifnumbu? Is Tifnumbu sitting down on the scandal, the haste of the decade or of the century, the one that has already paved the road towards everlasting poverty? Multi-dimensional poverty was what Nigerians suffered under Buhari. This is going to be like generational everlasting poverty. Okay? But they're sitting on something that Nigerians are yet to even take serious or something. Well, from the fringes of their own affairs there, 21.3 billion US dollars was used for currency swap. With who? For what? And where is that currency swap right now? Sure you get. Questions though. 5.5 billion cash for lending, security lending, where they were like, oh yeah, can you give us $1 billion? Can you give us 1.5 billion? They were taking all of this money, and Nigerians didn't know anything about that. About them. Then Forex forward, that one is like direct dollars. They gave to them another cash, 6.84 billion US dollars. All of these are not declared. Now, if you take them out of a Nigerian foreign reserve, the balance inside that place right now, Baba, I don't know if he buy you for, what do you call it? 1 week supply of Tifnumbu's rice that was to give everyone this 1 week supply. 3.7 billion naira is Nigeria's foreign reserve. Otiton, Otilo, it is empty. Whatever you think Tifnumbu wanted to do, when they finish lying to you, okay, they will finally come out and say, Omo, there is nothing left. But that time, it will be too late. Yes, it will be kind of too late. They are going to launch probe. This is massive, in case if you don't know. And the only people that could help them sit on it is no other person than Tifnumbu and gang. The man with different baggage and baggages. No be so? So that you currently have $3 billion to use in putting a shock into the truck that has lost its brake and is already on the hill, descending. So what they have used that $3 billion to do, to kind of manage to delay the price of your petrol from getting to 1,000, 1,500 naira per liter. The, what do you call it, naira to dollar exchange, what they are currently using to shock it, to stop it from getting to 1,500 naira to $1, is because they found $3 billion cash they will get somewhere so that they can swap that with crude oil. Abi? Now, when the $3 billion is done, where are they going to turn to again? Nobody say the shock. Once the trailer jumped the shock, do you know what that means? Disaster. Just kind of picture that in your head if you are if you're actually a businessman or woman. Imagine what this means, right? It is going to be the most calamitous of them all. So what are they going to do? To go and speak to the lenders, JP Morgans, Morgan Chase, to go and speak to Goldman Sachs and some of all these lenders in America and say, listen, we believe that you have been reading the news that Buhari destroyed Nigeria and all this deal. We can't find all the money. Nearly $30 billion wiped off Nigeria foreign reserve. No account, no nothing. $30 billion. That's what they have done. $30 billion. Just like that. So Nigeria would have to go to them and beg and say, let us make arrangements on repayment and all of that. So you can leave our foreign reserve at least over 30 billion. We know there is it's just a collateral. We know nobody else get the money, but let's rearrange. So what that also means is that every loan that Nigeria go out there to collect, because there's no money, okay? Everywhere they go to borrow money, knowing that Nigeria is already in negative, bankrupt, so they would have to kind of put something that is going to save their own security, they call it, that will save their own money that they want to borrow them, which means higher interest rates. That is what Buhari did to Nigeria and Nigerians. The poverty you are seeing right now, the multi-dimensional poverty of this APC, there is no way out of it if they cannot come clean and be honest. And right now, Tifnumbu inaugurated his own set of thieves. Tifnumbu and his own 46 thieves. They want to continue where Buhari stopped. And according to Tifnumbu himself, when he was inaugurating them today, I think you should listen to this. Sorry that a lot of you are always kind of pissed off and all that, right? But I want you to, because I've got many clips like that for this conversation tonight. Here is Kolu telling his ministers they should work, they should this, they should that. With what? With dishonesty, lies, back and forth, and then socialism, handouts, give them food, give them money. That is the government working. With what exactly? When Buhari and his gang are currently sleeping fine in their homes, right? Kolu.
Our Progressive Party, our party. Dr. Ganduje. Chairman, Governors Forum, other governors here present. Secretary to the federal government, Chief of Staff, honorable ministers, and the traditional rulers, service chiefs, senior government officials, members of our extended families, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to all of you for being here today. In line with the constitutional obligations, the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has screened and confirmed 45 ministers who wish to pretend over the Ministry of Federal Government in this administration of renewed hope. The men and women who have been sworn in have been carefully selected by me for their track record of excellence and achievement in public and private sector. They reflected the diversity of Nigeria and bring to their new roles an assortment of experience and expertise to help guide the nation's affairs and also continue to rebuild the nation and re-engineer all our finances and defects. Building blocks of Nigeria today and the future. Fellow Nigerians, the challenges we face today are very daunting. Yes, they are. Yet, amidst these evident challenges, we have the opportunity to implement long overdue reform that will improve the operations of government, transform our nation's economy, and ensure peace, safety, and prosperity for our people. These are the objectives that underpin the renewed hope agenda. And these are the objectives that have inspired the selection of a lot of these distinguished ladies and gentlemen who are ministers by now. Minister of Federal Republic, you are. Not minister of a region or minister of a particular state. Since my inauguration on May 29, I have taken steps to begin implementing the agenda upon which I campaigned and for which I received the mandate of Nigerian people. With the inauguration of ministers today, we are about to accelerate our governing efforts, move forward, realizing our best aspiration for Nigeria. It's all about a great team, and I believe we have them here. It is high honor to be chosen to serve as a minister in the Federal Executive Council of our beloved republic.
Man, see there for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. EFCC chairman still there for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. Ewo, EFCC chairman still there for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. Ewo, EFCC chairman still there for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. If you dey do government work, you no carry am for head, you. Maka one day, I got bokwa gike na ma o. In another government, you. Iri ye wayo, one day more. Ebukwa ya nishi, one day, I got bokwa na ma o. Ewo, EFCC chairman, no dey for jail. Politician wey chairman, still dey for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. EFCC chairman still dey for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. Ewo, EFCC chairman still dey for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. Ewo, EFCC chairman still dey for jail.
Politician wey the probe still don't enter the power. EFCC chairman still there for jail. Politician wey the probe don't enter the power. That's the scenario. And to all of you who have muted your screen, please unmute now. Let's talk. There are other clips, okay? You are still going to see where the Wike in his element, he is back. I mean, yeah, he's the FCT minister. He is back. And this is his day one. Okay? But we'll get to that part at some point. So that was Kalu talking about a renewed hope. Renewed shegeni. A lot of you have no idea yet. You will. You would have the idea at the end of the day. You know when they say shege. How did we say that word that time? Shege continua. Banza azata abi. Anyway. So that was Kalu talking about renewed hope. Renewed shege. Even though earlier today, because this is me now, kind of feeling like we should go to that Abuja. But before going to Abuja, I feel like we should stop by in Kano first. Because I don't know how many of you who have been hearing kumu, that the deal between Kwakwansop and Tifnumbu seems to have fallen through, which means it didn't work. And somehow, they are suspecting that the tribunal in Kano, they are not suspecting. The tribunal judge, the head of the tribunal in Kano, said she was offered $10 million. $10 million. $10 million to rule in the favor of APC, Gandola. And you know that Gandola and dollar wouldn't be a problem anyway. So the woman rejected the money. And then she spoke to the press and said, listen, they offered me this money to compromise the judgment of the tribunal on the Kano case. So when the people of Kano heard that, even like I said, that deal don't pafukao. I mean, did some of you read the rumor earlier today that Peter Obi, Atifku, Kwakwansop, that the three of them, that they are working to merge together so that they can form a new party since PDP is almost dead now? Like, did you hear that rumor today? Well, it's rumor, it's not true, okay? But I mean, there are things that could make people say all those, right? So the Kano people now said, Omo, we will burn down this city if the tribunal should declare Gandola's candidate as the elected governor and remove the Kwakwansop's candidate that is there right now, NNPP. So the police heard the hint that the people wanted to stage a protest and warn the tribunal and the rest of them, just like all of you are doing the all eyes on judiciary, all eyes on judiciary. So in Kano State, they are doing all eyes on judiciary too. But for Kwakwanso or Gawo, which seems to not be in any, no appointment, no nothing. His name didn't even pop up anywhere. So they felt like just same thing they did to, what do you call it? Rastafarian El Rufaya of Kaduna, in case some of you have not noticed. After all of that disgraceful rejection of El Rufaya as a minister, he has now become a reggae artist. He flew down to Beirut. He has been staying in Beirut for the past 1 week now. And from Beirut, he's back on social media. Okay? And he's now a Rastafarian, El Rufaya, or I don't know, just match the whole thing together, Sha. If you want to know about Bob Marley, reggae music, and all of them, word for word, all those lyrics, go on to El Rufaya's Twitter page and Facebook page. It's there right now, going lyrical. His mates are being sworn in. The fellow thieves, the criminals, and rogues, they are being sworn in Nigeria. El Rufaya is now talking about betrayal. Let me tell you one gist that I heard before I continue, okay? They said that, after they rejected El Rufaya as minister, he became so angry, very angry. At a point, they had to kind of take, with the Wike and others, they took him to Tifnumbu that Ashiwaju, what could have gone wrong? Some of us are worse than this guy in this whole politics thing. That is there any offense? Like if you want him to be passed, he will be passed. Why did Ribadu raise the red flag on him? So they took him to Tifnumbu. I think at that point, whether they saw Tifnumbu, I don't know. Maybe Nagbajabia Mole they met. But when they came out of that asshole rock, El Rufaya dropped another bomb. He said, well, I never begged to be his minister. It was the one who begged me to come and be his minister. So I will never be anybody's, what do you call it? Godson. I don't have any godfather. Then immediately he left. He now said he's no longer interested in being a minister anymore. But he can nominate somebody. So he now nominated somebody. Here you get. He nominated someone. When the name got to Abuja, so they said, like I said, though, just take it like it's a rumor. But you know, when they deny, not true. Here you get. If they don't deny, not true as well. Here you get what I mean? So they said the guy, this 2G, he rigged the election for. You know they lost Kaduna? They lost Kaduna in 2023 elections. But when it came to the governorship, the rigging no be here. So that Sonny guy that is now governor there is the one they are now kind of saying went behind and told them to just remove the name, just. That is like somebody will say betrayed him. That Sonny guy. So now, let's say experience will not kill you. Sometimes it could turn you to philosopher. But in the El Rufaya's case, this experience of betrayal, you know, he's a serial betrayer himself. But to him, he's been betrayed. But to this El Rufaya, this betrayer that did not kill him, is turning him to a reggae artist. Now, Alicia Key, music, he kind of tweeted today. Yesterday was reggae. Today, now, Alicia Keys. Back to Kano. I know. I do that all the time. I will just kind of digress a bit. I know. So let's go back to Kano. Where the people were like, Teba try, yeah. Teba try, you cut us. If you try them, all eyes on judiciary, all eyes on everybody. Police now heard. Police came out and said, no. Protest is haram. It's not allowed in this place. It's illegal to protest. No, police, it's illegal to tell people not to protest. It is legal to protest. It is illegal for you to tell them not to protest. Oga police, but we all know the drill. Anyways, Nigeria is a lawless place. Their criminals are actually in charge. Unfortunately. So the police came out and decided to warn them. Emma Jadeo, don't try and come out, you know.
Across Kano State. In consideration of the confirmatory intelligence products at the disposal of this police command, all forms of street protest are hereby banned across all parts of the state. Members of the public should therefore note that it has come to our knowledge that both APC and the NMPP members are currently mobilizing a rented crowd in the guise of civil society coalition, and without clearance from the leadership of the Nigerian Labour Congress and without prior approval from the security agencies in the state. Those organizers, as well as the umbrella body, should note that any attempt to disrespect NLC and security agencies in the state by playing around the fragile security situation which the combined security agencies have been managing is not only uncivil but criminal and also an offense against national security. Checks have so far been conducted by this police command, and it is revealing that some members of both the two political parties who are influencing the members of the civil society to embark on this decision is merely as a result of their apprehension and to preempt the judgment of the election tribunal. Finally, This police command is ever grateful with the enormous support and cooperation it has been enjoying from the good people of the state for the peace, security, stability, and the overall interest of all residents. Thank you very much. This announcement is from me, the Commissioner of Police, Kano State Police Command.
You see, that was the police telling them, don't try also, and all that, blah, 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 blah. He said, national security, this one and that. APC, MPP don't come out. Oh. And Canon a very big hot bed with so many hot heads. Are you with me? Like really, really hot heads when it comes to this politics. So they defied the police. They're like, Bansa to you too will come out, go do anything. Because if you change the result at the tribunal, voila, go deal. On the streets, look at them. That's in a do. Let's quickly take that back. Yeah. And here. No corruption. No corruption. No injustice. No injustice. No injustice. No injustice. No manipulation. No corruption. No corruption. No corruption. No injustice. No injustice. No injustice. No injustice. No manipulation. No corruption. No to corruption. To corruption, no to injustice, no to injustice, no to manipulation of everything you say, we agree. Kind of. So just so you know that on the side, though, if you hear bass both in Kano, this one that all of you are doing tribunal, all eyes on tribunal, all eyes on tribunal. Those ones in Kano, if you hear back, bo. If he be there, the whole go start from. So the tribunal has now kind of adjourned the judgment day. I know a lot of you are so crazy about the judiciary right now. Like so crazy. The APC, Egbekegbe, they are worried that your activities are intimidating the judges. So that the judges will be scared. To tell you that you don't have a case or Tifnumbu won. So you want to force them to say Tifnumbu didn't win. So the judiciary is now in the middle. Can't be like everywhere where they don't serve. In their dream serve, they go to see and say, all eyes on judiciary. But I'll tell you something. I had a dream. I barely have dream about what I do, my program and things I do here, okay? Well, I had a dream yesterday, and I kind of I remember it happened so fast. And I still remember it so vividly. Thank God I remember now. I want to share that with you, right? And it has to do with this Niger Republic looming war. Shebi, I told you yesterday that we were waiting for the ECOWAS, what they were going to say in response to the 3 years proposal by the junta in Niger, that we believe that they will obviously reject it. Okay. So I went to bed. And in that my dream, I don't know, I just felt like I was watching a TV, kind of watching Tifnumbu, kind of giving a speech. So I turned it on and I was like, okay, I turned it up. I was like, okay, what's that? And it was talking about the invasion of Niger Republic, as well as how the Senate of Nigeria, they are so blind and they are so cowardish. I mean, they are like cowards, all right? And they are those who don't want Nigeria to take his place as the giant of Africa. It was talking like something like that. Then it was like the camera was kind of covering him from the side like this. Okay. So then he turned. So when he turned, it looked like that Bashorunga. For those of you who are from Yoruba land, you know Bashorunga. With that tribal mark, that Bashorunga mark. It was Kolu, sure you get, eh? But with Bashorunga Mark, with, you know, that is big guy boss. It was like he now rolled them higher. That is like, I will attack Ninja. And I will attack everyone that's tried to stop me. Something like that. And that was like, who's that? Why is that Kolu with tribal mark? Now my eyes, they pain me, kind of, right? I think that was what got me interested. Like, he said it specifically, like, the National Assembly, some Nigerians and the rest of them, they have said a lot of things. It's because they don't understand. And he was reading and reading, then he turned around like, I will attack Niger. And I was like, oh, okay. Go ahead. Attack Niger, Jari Baba. And anybody will tell you, you know, attack Niger, eh? I don't want to say no go better for them, but sure you get, eh? May anybody know advise you, Sha. Attack Ninja as much as you like. You know? Anyway, so to those of you who have already kind of make it look like the judiciary to become scared everywhere they turn to, even if they are dreaming right now, they will just see all eyes on judiciary, all eyes on judiciary. Everybody is going paranoid. All eyes on the judiciary. All eyes on judiciary. Oh, more. Even Kano people, they do all eyes on judiciary. All eyes on Gandola. Gandola now have upper hand. Okay. He has been rewarded with the chairmanship of the entire APC. Okay. He has been rewarded with 2 ministerial posts from his own loyalists from Kano. They are now ministers. No wonder. You know, a lot of you are pissed off about the ministers, Abi. Look at this one. They look at all the others are kind of happy. But if you want to see people that are pissed off about Tifnumbu's ministers and the renewed Shege, and sometimes you see yourself as Eta, or they are calling you Eta. You are not Eta. You are seeing what is coming. And a lot of people can laugh about it. They can laugh and do all that. But for those who can see very well, they should be worried and be raging too, like this guy.
People see. Kí ni máa ṣàǹfààní kí ló mọ̀ pa express. Eléyìí gbogbo wọn parọ́ jẹun ló mọ̀ ní court. Ẹ lọ fi sí mineral àbí kí ló fi sí aviation aerospace kìíní kan. Èwo tí lójú kan yìí báyìí kí ló fẹ́ lẹ́yìn sí Minister of Education. Eléyìí fẹ́ ka ABC pẹ́ lójú kan báyìí sí. Ẹ̀kọ́ fẹ́ pàlú Ìjẹ̀ṣà. Àwọn eléyìí náà sí Minister of Almajiri eléyìí máa jẹ́ special duty. Duty òníyá ẹgbà tó ń boyin èyí dàbí màálù. People see. Kí ni máa ṣàǹfààní kí ló mọ̀ pa express. Eléyìí gbogbo wọn parọ́ jẹun ló mọ̀ ní court. Ẹ lọ fi sí mineral àbí kí ló fi sí aviation aerospace kìíní kan. Èwo tí lójú kan yìí báyìí kí ló fẹ́ lẹ́yìn sí Minister of Education. Eléyìí fẹ́ ka ABC pẹ́ lójú kan báyìí sí. Ẹ̀kọ́ fẹ́ pàlú Ìjẹ̀ṣà. Àwọn eléyìí náà sí Minister of Almajiri eléyìí máa jẹ́ special duty. Duty òníyá ẹgbà tó ń boyin èyí dàbí màálù.
So in case if you think you are the only person who is angry, to those who don't understand Yoruba, let me tell you what that angry Nigerian was expressing when he was watching the TV, looking at the ministers of Nigeria. He saw the first one. That was fraudsters Otobokeyamo, senior advocate of nuisance or senior advocate of nonsense. Is some other people call him Sand. Others call him Sandalili. A lot of people kind of have different names for him. That is the Minister of Aviation. That guy was like, what does this one know about aviation? This one that is actually a born liar. He lies for he lies for a living. This is a person who is a liar. You put him in charge of aviation. Then the second person he showed up was like, that one is Minister of State for Education. And it was like, with this one eye man, what would this man even read? Is he going to be reading ABC? for education to your launch. You just want to destroy this country. Then the last person, that one that was smiling, it was like, look at this one. This one must be Minister for Almajiri. What is funny? Why are you laughing? Do you understand? What heads? That's the individual ones. Like, he's raging like amongst Louis now, a country now. For God's sake now.
See how people see. Can you imagine Shafani? You don't want space. You don't want parrot, you don't want the courts. I don't feel mineral, we don't feel aviation, aerospace, kinikon. What do you call it? You don't feel Minister of Education. You don't even carry this secret you come by in see. I got a Louis Jesha. I really don't see Minister of Almaji, special duty. Duty on the young boy. Where are you, my see how people.
Anyway, it's just how angry some Nigerians are. And when they have the chance of venting that anger, Baba, it could come in different ways. Some of you are laughing right now. But he's upset. He's upset. Because there's so many things that is wrong with Nigeria, you know. And you would think those who promised you, the technocrats, right now, they will be talking about the real problem and the solution beside them, and they will be honest. I mean, look at this sister. She's a minister, right? But when they finished swearing them in, our first press conversation was, listen, as the foreign minister, she was like, I am going to work to change the image of Nigeria from a 419 country. To what, Baba? Kilo mean 419 country to narcotic country, Abi, where the former drug lord is the president. Kilo so now. Do you understand the frustration of that Nigerian that is ranting in Yoruba there? Listen to this, auntie.
The newly appointed Minister of Art, Culture and Creative Economy, Hannatu Musawa, has pledged to redeem the country's image on the global scene, which has been badly projected over the years. Musawa, who was speaking ahead of their inauguration week Monday by President Bola Tinubu, said, following research conducted, expressed optimism that the country will no longer be known as a 419 synonym for fraud, capital of the world going forward. Hannatu Musawa, who is the first woman appointed minister in the history of Katsina State and into a freshly created Ministry of Arts, Culture and Creative Economy, said she will be banking on her experience and research knowledge to turn around the bad image created in the minds of other countries of the world.
Project us out to the international platform in a way that we can completely change the narrative of who Nigerians are. No longer are we going to be known as the 419 capital in the world. Through this ministry, we'll be able to push a narrative that will put Nigeria in the forefront of not only entertainment, of culture. We come from a country that has diverse culture, a rich culture, and it's something that we need to enhance and to project.
Happy with the level of reception by her people, Musawa pledged to make the creative arts and culture industry attractive, not only
so that Nigeria would no longer be known as a 419 country. She's art and culture. Okay? But Nigeria is already known as the country with Pablo Escobar. So, auntie, here you the wine us in it. So which one is worse? Auntie from Casina. Which one is worse? 419 capital at a narcotic headquarter. Where we say everybody, when they look at you, if you look too clean, they will say, oh, you are Nigerian. Oh. So auntie, art and culture, I don't think oil and water, as well as white linen, will ever go along very fine. It is kind of impossible. I mean, if you ask me, being honest, so let's kind of be honest with ourselves. And look at the thieves, the new ones who are taking charge, who are kind of adding up to what is still to befall you. We are coming to with the weakest parts, but this was them when they were waiting to be sworn for, to be sworn for. This was Tifnumbu. Before Tifnumbu swear for them, they are waiting. Then it was with a Wike's turn when he was sworn in to go and sign. And this, I think I say I have that, don't I? Let me see. So that's how Wike became or becomes the Minister of Federal Republic of Nigeria. And as they will say, there is no time for delay. They have now opened another theater stage for Wike. I just don't know if he's going to be going about with his band as well. But to give the Abuja people the taste of what the Rivers people lived with for 8 years, day one, on his way to the Ministry of the Federal Capital Territory, he is like the governor of Abuja, the place that if Numbu couldn't score 20% of the votes to be called president. We're coming back to that. And because of Wike's appointment as FCT minister, some are already saying that, there are some properties that are supposed to go in this Abuja PDP properties. Now, if PDP suspend or dismiss or whatever, do anything to Wike, Wike can just revoke the license of Wadata Plaza. As if to say, recorded their tape is playing. When Wike got into the secretariat today, he repeated the same thing. We are going to all your houses without good documents. They are going down. All of you who have built an enchantis, you are all going down. But just so you know, here is your new sheriff in town, in Abuja today.
Yes. The great man. Our minister. We want you. 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 We want
This is those regular career psychophants, very much available. We love you. We want you. I mean, welcome to the stage is what they probably are telling him. And he was like, oh my God, my bad. So I just want you to walk into that room with me as well. Okay? Let's go listen to what he had to say to the people of Abuja. All right? Where he was meeting with supposed senior staff, meeting with the security agents or agencies and the rest of them like that. He's like the governor of Abuja now. And this is him to come and assert his own authority over the city. And he seems not to be mincing words, right? Well, let's go to that place quickly. Don't get upset and don't get bored. And a quick one too, right? If you have been here, for example, we currently have, I think over 300 of us on Facebook. Thank you to all of you. So you too can just spare a moment, okay? Like that broadcast, share it as well. Even though I know I have this limitation on Facebook, okay, that barely almost maybe 0.1% of you will get notification that Maiyegun is live, okay? So, but if you are here, like the broadcast. Now, if you are watching on YouTube, where we currently have over 2,000 of us, yeah, you too should take a moment, leave the comment section. Let the offering, your tithe, be your offering. Let it correspond with the number of you who are in attendance. So take a moment, go and like that video, okay? It doesn't cost anything. No, just leave the comment section and then, right. Now let's go into that room where Wike met with the staff. You haven't seen Psychophancy yet. Come and follow them. Right now, the people inside the Abuja, the FCT ministry, they are all beginning to say, to help Wike complete his statement. The reason why I'm here is because of Mr. President. The president wants me to make sure that everything is okay. All of you have your houses there, they will go down. They have already started that inside the FCT ministry. Drama yet in load up. Oh. And you know something, right? That's why they call it a suffering and smiling. In Nigeria, in the face of all this hardship and these incompetent criminals, ruining lives of generations, Nigerians always find humor out of their own unfortunate government. Do you get that? So that's why they call it suffering and smiling. Do you see the irony of it? When you are suffering, you are supposed to be crying, but you will still find Nigerians making humors, comedy, and all that out of this whole thing. Yeah? Let's go inside that place where Wike as the minister of FCT. Day one. Now, long video, I go to stop midway. They interject. All right?
Leading all of us on a 100-meter dash. And we are all determined to follow him on this very, very incredible journey. This event this afternoon is strictly a media event. The Honorable Minister will be addressing the press and spelling out his visions and plans for the Federal Capital Territory. It is therefore my sincere honor and privilege to call on the Honorable Minister, Chief Barrister Ezenwo Wike, to kindly proceed to read this address. Honorable Minister, sir.
the Honorable Minister of State, the Permanent Secretary, directors, and probably heads of agencies that are here, the single Senator Lakawogo, the Commissioner of Police, and of course, I believe the Commandant of the Civil Defense, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable Minister of State and myself, just like the MC said, just inaugurated some few minutes ago by Mr. President Aswadi Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And he has directed that we must hit the ground running. We have the mandate of Mr. President and Vice President. Of course, you know, during his campaign, which he titled "Renewed Hope," most Nigerians must have lost hope. And the essence of renewed hope to say, no, you should not lose hope. And he is coming to make Nigeria a better place. Having given us the mandate to give a different narrative as far as FCT is concerned, they've given us the marching order. We must bring the FCT back what it's supposed to be. And we are willing and we have the capacity to do that. And that is why we have come to tell members of the media we are not going to joke. It is not going to be business as usual. So many people have complained that FCT has lost focus. So many people have complained this is not the FCT they know. This is not the FCT of the founding fathers. It is not the FCT that we thought would compete with other cities of the world. And now is the time that we must show that we really mean that Federal Capital Territory Abuja should be one of the cities that competed with other cities of the world. We cannot do it alone. We need the support of everybody, particularly the media. The media sometimes can distort the information. The media sometimes can support you. And so the first point we are doing today is to let the media know this is what we want to do in a short time. This is what we want to do medium and long time. We cannot do everything within this short period. In terms of fiscal infrastructure and the rest, that will be medium and long time. But the things that are expected within the short time that we must do. I all know. What is the public complaining? What are they talking about in my FCT? Security has gone down. This is supposed to be one of the safest places. This is one of the places where people say, look, I'm going on holiday. Let me go to FCT. Is it what it is today? So first of all, the issue of security must be tackled. We are ready to provide the necessary logistics to all the security agencies to do their work. This is not my first time of having meetings with security agencies. I've done that when I was governor of the state.
So that was with Wike trying to tell them his mission. It's going to get more interesting. Just wait for it. He's talking about his mission from Tifnumbu. Then he's about to get into the the real things now, okay? So talking about security and how they're going to have to work with parks in Abuja to reduce insecurity. And then he has an advice for the police commissioner also that was on seats that listen. You see those people that are stealing that are stealing people's manhood. You know those ones that you say, they've stolen my manhood though. Hey, that person don't steal my manhood though. You know those things that happen in Nigeria, even where the Wike said he is concerned. And those people should be treated as armed robbers. For day one, advising the security men. Here.
Who writes to the organization and tell them that, look, West will identify with you, but also identify with us that we can't continue this way. We can't continue this way. So, Pam said, the issue of you have to let me know who are those doing the sanitation, why they're not doing it well. Are you still paying them when the work is not going on well? The street light, what happened? Was it under contract? If it's under contract, what, we must have to find out. So we'll have to see how we can put them back with immediate effect. And then the CP and your colleagues, you must identify the spots where we have the hot spots, where this crime. I have an experience that there are some of these boys, when you almost stop at Hilton, where the red light, the traffic light, they do as if they are cleaning their glass. These are petty thieves. Even in the night, they rob people. So we make it hot for them. Those who take the manhole, don't see them as ordinary people who steal. See them as armed robbers. See them as what? Armed robbers. When you do that, people will run away. People will run away. So you must also have to put in your strategy and what will take. If I give you money, you have to work for me. Not okay. If you chop that money, I will embarrass you. I will tell the world who gave you such amount of money. That's what I don't play. This is an assignment. I don't want to fail Mr. President. I don't want to fail Mr. President. For having the confidence to give an opposition man this position here, I will be very hard on people.
So it's manhole, not manhood. You see those who steal manhole, that actually like endanger people's lives. They do that at night. They steal the manhole that they used to block supposed, water passage or under the earth tunnel and all that. Kind of. So yeah, they're going to treat them as criminals. And it keeps going. At the point he was asked, how did PDP take this? You are a PDP governor. You were a PDP governor and a PDP member. Now you are a minister under APC, and I was like, well, I won't be the first person to be the minister like that. We'll get to that one. Warning. His own direct warning to those of you in Abuja who don't have the document. Well, you shouldn't be in Abuja without the document of your land, Abi. Should you? With a Wike. Tell them.
So the issue of security is germane. For us, Mr. President has told me whatever it is required, we must make sure Abuja is safe. Secondly, we are not going to tolerate the issue of everywhere is market. No, we cannot tolerate it. Yes, I know that things are difficult, but the mere fact that things are difficult does not also mean that you will cause crisis for other people. You looking for what you eat, your stomach. It must be done within the framework of the law. So you cannot say, because people are hungry, therefore everywhere must be market. We cannot allow that. We cannot. We cannot, in a city, people are selling with umbrellas under the 3 houses. These things cause insecurity. How? You see somebody under umbrella selling, and you see a man coming as if he's trying to buy something, not knowing that he's an informant. He calls his people. He has entered. She has just gone out now. No, we can't allow it. We cannot allow it at all. So security must map out the strategy. How we must move them out. We cannot also have everywhere as motor park. You cannot have everywhere as a motor park. You cannot have everywhere as bus stop. No, we can't allow that. It is not going to be allowed. I don't care whom you are. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what we know. We must sanitize the place. I don't care. I don't look at people's eyes. I don't know how you feel. My happiness is that the people of Abuja are happy. That's all. So, my Minister of State and myself are going to work to make sure we achieve this, that will make people now say, yes, Abuja has returned to what it's supposed to be. So if you have a sister, if you have a brother, if you have an in-law or your uncle who is involved in these areas, please tell the person the time is up. The time is up. If they've done it for the previous years, good luck. But not under this our own period. Abuja is trying to be like a slum city. Sanitation is bad. So we cannot allow it. We cannot allow it. Sanitation, look at refuse everywhere. Those who are paying for refuse collection, what are they doing? So we must also sit down to look at differently ways of waste management or waste disposal. It is very, 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 very key. All those people who are distorting the master plan of Abuja, too bad, too bad. If you know you have built where you're not supposed to build, it will go down. It will go down. Be a minister of anywhere, be an ambassador. If you know you have developed where you're not supposed to develop, your house must go what? Down. Those who have taken over the green areas to build, sorry, our parks must come back. The green areas must come back. If you hate green, you must hate yourself. So if you know you have anybody who is involved that have taken over the green areas, have taken over the parks, to where you now do restaurants, no, we will not accept that. Sorry. If your father has done that, sorry. If your mother has done that, sorry. There's nothing I can do. It will go down.
Now that go down is what the APC, the APC, Crombe, Eaters and ass lickers are already saying all these PDP people in Abuja, they should uproot them out of Abuja. Especially their Wadata house in Abuja, the PDP have spent billions and billions and billions of naira, but it remained uncompleted for 25 years. They usually mock them for that anyway. 24 years. PDP ruled for 16 years. Instead of completing their secretariat, national secretariat, right, they have stolen every penny they could. That the place looked like abandoned building. It only come alive when they're having elections or something like, you know, and they see people around. So they are asking with the Wike that if PDP do anyhow, may demolish the place and some other places in Abuja, because to them it's a joke, right? A good plan, though, when somebody says it's going to sanitize the place and all that, but you always know that they don't sanitize nada. Okay? Anyway, that is aside. There is another part where he was asked about PDP. And that was when he said, he wrote them, they know that he's becoming the APC, the PDP chairman gave him approval to go and become a minister under Tifnumbu. And he doesn't even care whether it's PDP or APC or whatever flag, even a what flag. He don't care about any flag. His own flag is to come and help Tifnumbu make Nigeria better. Like others also help Buhari to make Nigeria better. That's the another part before we go to the next thing.
So I'm going to PDP if they don't have CCO. But if they don't have CCO, they don't have it now. I mean, what kind of politics is that?
Are you going to now demolish PDP secretariat? Well, if they don't have the CFO, they don't have it. I'll demolish it.
So I'm going to PDP if they don't have CCO. But if they don't have CCO, they don't have it now. I mean, what kind of politics is that? If you don't have it, you don't have it. So if we are doing something, for example, trying to find out those who don't have or who have CCO, who have not complied, for example, and then maybe PDP is one of them, therefore, we will not do our work. People, can you even mention who is my enemy? Can you mention one person as my enemy? Mention. Look, you see, people carry propaganda. And let me use the opportunity to tell you people, I don't like people who don't say the truth. They say they're going to sanction me that I took appointment. That's ridiculous. The president wrote to every governor, 36 state governors, to bring names of people to appoint. Didn't the governors submit names? Didn't they submit names? I'm asking you. Every PDP governor wrote a letter and nominated 10 persons for appointment to this government. The one they talk about is Wike. Ask them. Before this appointment came, I wrote to the National Party chairman. I wrote to the minority leader of the House of Reps and Senate. I wrote to the zonal chairman of the party. I wrote to my state chairman. I wrote to my governor. All of them wrote me back. Accept it. I have it in evidence, documented. Forget these reggae dancers. I call them reggae dancers. When you have lost your opportunity, you have lost your opportunity because of arrogance and what? Impunity. When God gives you something, say don't want it. Some other person will take it now.
Definitely.
So don't listen to all this propaganda. Propaganda. I mean, all this nonsense. For what? Those who ran away from Politico, don't they come home? Have we killed them? Those who ran away from Politico, don't they come home again? So, my brother, when you say the error of Erufai, what did he do wrong? After all, you people are the ones saying, after Erufai, nobody again, no minister will do anything. It's not what you will say. Say the truth. Now you are saying error of... you don't like those who will step on toes. I will step on toes. The big and the mighty, I will step on toes. If you are doing this wrong, I will do what I was supposed to do. I told the GMD of NMPC last night. I was with him. I said, GMD, don't be angry. Don't be angry. Go and check your records. If that's your tower, you don't pay their grand rep. Good. FCT needs money too. If you don't pay their grand rep, go and prepare a city too. And I'm going to do it. Because you cannot be claiming FCT is not working. When you have not done your own part, do your own part, then be able to say, look, of all the money we have been paying, what are they using it in FCT? That is then when you have the border to talk, not when you have not fulfilled your own obligation. And two, all those agents collecting revenue, we have to sit down. I have to look everything. The revenue leakages, I will stop it too. I will stop it. Because we need money to build infrastructure in FCT. We need to bring the parks back. I used Yorubas to build our pleasure park in Port Harcourt. I hear people are looking for them now to go and build one park in Abuja. It didn't take me 8 months. Yorubas completed it. Yes. I did 12 flyovers in 4 years, done by Yorubas.
I know that, you know, that a lot of you are easily pissed off, especially when someone begins to speak jargons, right? Okay, I've taken it off. So when it says something about reggae dancer being dancing reggae and somebody's arrogance is the reason why it's, you know, something like that. Like, then he quickly mentioned the Rufai passively and he moved on. Because he was the one who took Rufai to go and meet Ifnumbu to see if they could settle it. And they said Rufai told him that he was no longer interested in becoming a minister. So, what is this reggae dancer? And anyway, that was really wicked there. All right? And yeah, you heard him loud and clear. That is what you would have to deal with in FCT now. Every other conspiracy that you probably have, that his intention is blah, 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 blah. The tribunal case is the reason why, you know, all that stuff, you know, you may be right about them. One other thing that you shouldn't leave out is that is going to be your neighbor in Abuja right now. And when they ask him to play inside that same city, is what will be reported that, because they all have their victims and all that. I hope, you know, you would have a chance to have a safe city, like he just promised you, if the tribunal did not kick them out by when again, May next year or something, I don't know. Because Dele Alakori, who was expected to carry the propaganda lead for this APC, Egbekegbe, said he voluntarily, he said he personally has to be made Minister of Solid Minerals. Okay. He's influential, isn't he? Listen to him. I mean, this one is short, so don't get too mad.
One of my immediate bosses, that's Dele Alake, is the new Minister of Solid Minerals Development. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, so a lot of people have had something to say about your appointment, expecting you in a different direction, but hey, here you are in a new terrain. How prepared are you for this challenge?
Of course, I'm well prepared for it. This was, you know, it's funny because the whole world, not just Nigeria. Nigeria's admirers all over the world, and those who have been following the historical development of Nigeria, and particularly the Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu system, political system. Everybody expected me to be in information ministry. It's as if I had been pigeonholed for that information ministry. Of course, not through any fault of theirs, because of the antecedents, which you know, are well known. However, this was deliberately chosen. I chose it, I preferred it, and I made my choice known to the Mr. President. And Mr. President kindly obliged me, and with a good reason. Now, the solid minerals, after oil, the solid minerals is the next growth factor of Nigeria's economy. And that is so critical to the development of this country. And you need someone with passion that the president trusts, with a sense of responsibility, and who is responsive to the yearnings of the nation. And above all, who has that vision. And those critical attributes that I've always mentioned as very vital to progressive leadership: vision, knowledge, courage. Those are the attributes that the
buzzwords. Buzzword, you know, passion, courage, a love, vision, and all those nonsense they always spew. It all comes down to one thing. They are sending me there because we believe that we can make even more money from it than oil. A lot of people are paying too much attention to oil now. So the solid mineral, there's no money in information other than just to be the lying machine. I want to make money. Tifnubu want to make money. And we discover that that is the gold mine. That is the future. I want to be there. He trusts me. And I told him what I want to do for him. Develop it and make money from it for Nigeria. We should have, like, your expectation, Abi. Anyway, enough of all these, dear ministers, this and that. Let's go straight to where there was also some loud bang. Simply because someone was in town. I'm talking about the Edo people. I mean, like, if you have been following these obedient people, and every now and then when the whether the Mechanite or whether the Agbadomite or Tifnumbu and Atifkus people, whenever they want to sort of slight you the obedient, they will tell you to go back to Agulu in Anambra, go to Onitsha, go to Anambra. But what people don't seem to understand is that the number or the level of kind of, love, should I call it love, the level of support that is so physical that Peter Obi enjoys in Edo States, I don't think he has half of that from the entire eastern part of Nigeria, even though he's from there. I mean, I could be exaggerating. Maybe it's just me, Sha. So he was there. I think it was earlier today, okay? And from the streets where people saw him, all right? Look at this person. Like, what would make you become this theory, like, or more, months after election, when a lot of people would have possibly see you and just kind of look away. Anyway, it was in Edo, and I want to share that with you because he had a few things he told them there too, for the record, Abi. On the streets, for those who captured it, right? Here is one.
Our president is here. Our president is here. Our president is here. Our president is here. Obi, 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 Obi,
Told you. And that's for those who are outside. Now, when the camera moved inside, yeah, I mean, just a glimpse. I'll show you. because there is going to be an election, governorship election in Edo State, where Obaseki will not be running. So PDP, APC, all of them, they would have disobedience in Edo State to battle with. I mean, even Obaseki said, if every one of them will confess and be honest, some of their own children, their wives, members of their families are obedient that they themselves know of. That's how much infectious the obedient movement sort of became, or probably has become. So their man had this to say. It's been a while that you heard from him. I don't know if this is going to be boring to some of you, but maybe not all of you, right? Here is Obi. This is not like election. He's now having a word with those who are also running for election and telling them that, listen, if you promise people things, make sure you do them, or make sure you have the intention of doing them. It is not hard, because there is always going to be a payback time. I mean, listen to this.
Because we use the money of the local government and the state, the local government. Our proper health care was one of the best. We did well in putting people out of poverty. Because if you go to Bako, all the others who were in charge of fighting poverty when I was in government, they will tell you that Anambra State is number one. Yes. Go to the government agencies. When we were in government, they will tell you that Anambra State paid its customer funding before any state in Nigeria. And what I'm telling you is on tape. Go and verify it. To every development agency before Anambra State, go to UNICEF, go to UNDP, go to all of them, they will tell you, everybody, we pay before everybody. And we make sure, and to bring that fact, we were number one in Millennium Development Goal, which is the only means of measuring development, and this is coming started in local government system. So we're here today. I told chairman, when is the local government elections? I was informed by one of the advisors. I said, chairman, we must go and support them. Chairman, we have to go and deal with them. Chairman, we must find a way. If we don't have anything, we must find a way to ensure that they participate. Even if it's 1 naira, we'll give them. So we're not just here to support. We will support them with everything. Even when we are coming here, I said, chairman, we will go back and look for whatever we can do to support them. We must support them. I said when I was there, things were better. Yeah. Yes. Today, trouble day. So today, that's not free chop. So every time we talk, so things are changed. And what we just said, today, it must be different. Government must account for public money. Yes, sir. Today, across Nigeria, people are hungry. Today, across Nigeria, people are dying. People are not sure their children will go to school. So things don't change. And we are saying that government must also change and do the right thing. People have suffered a lot in this country. That suffering must end. We don't stop now pulling people out of poverty. Give them. I worry that one day, even those of us in government will wake up. Nothing will go through this and here. So those of you who are contesting, go and tell the people what you will do. And whatever you say, if you succeed, do it. Because I can say it any day, I will solve the problem of Nigeria. All the confusion we are doing today
Thank you. So I bet a lot of you are the obedient, right? Wherever you are watching from, that kind of reminded you why you felt like you believed in me. He's so confident. He kept saying, no matter all the nonsense going on in Nigeria today, no matter how bad it is right now, he is still confident that he can fix Nigeria problem. Peter, I know he's kind of a politician, okay? And he's also acting like, trying to play the role of your leader, the leader of Labour Party and all of that stuff. Peter Obi knows that the local government elections are completely controlled by whatever party is in power. Although they say the Edo people stubborn pass, sure you get. Now, if some of them manage to scale through and they get declared as winners of maybe 3-4 local government areas, and PDP will clear the rest, as Obaseki would want to do. Now, do you think, or should I say, She Obi no say the local government allocation are not given to local government chairmen anymore? It is the state government that always kind of spend the local government money. So whatever these guys are promising Edo people in local government election, okay, I mean, you know what I'm trying to say, Abi? So maybe Obi is just trying to boost their morale, make them feel good and say, well, you can do it. Look at all these people. They love you. Make sure you deliver. How are they going to deliver? With which money? From who? I'm just saying, because now me, I kind of have the idea of how this works. But Edo, they say Edo is not Lagos, and Edo will always be different. I mean, isn't this obvious? Talking about Edo people. And that's why I said, if Peter Obi was from Edo State, right, at least that love, I don't think it would be that much. And people said it's the same everywhere. I said, well, I have seen the people of Plateau State, the just people. I have seen them. Those are also very, very crazy about Obi. But you see these Edo people, their own is extra. And even if Obi start another party and call it Obi's party, they will make it count, starting from Edo State. Like it will have ready-made hundreds of thousands of supporters that are just there like that, and it doesn't have to give them anything. So when Kwakwanso said Obi was Andrew Liversalt, oh, they are just Andrew Liversalt. When they go up and they go down. Now, it is only Kwakwanso that is Andrew Liversalt, because I know they hear about Kwakwanso anywhere anymore. Until maybe 2027, Abi. They even ask one woman, say, do you know who is Kwakwanso?
Let's show you the console now. Do you know Kwakwanso?
Who?
Kwakwanso.
Who be Pastor?
You know the. Let's show you the console now. Do you know Kwakwanso?
Who?
Kwakwanso.
Who be Pastor?
You know the. Let's show you the console.
Kwasoko. Ubi Kwasoko. Ubi, you know what I mean? Like that Kwakwanso now, they said the rumor that was flying earlier was that Kwansoko, Abi Kwakwanso. I'm serious. That woman finished me. I mean, this year. She was answering all questions. So they are talking about Kolu, they are talking about Tifku, they are talking about Obi. They said, they what about Kwakwanso? Have you heard about Kwakwanso? Who is Kwakwanso? Kwakwanso. That's the person that was comparing himself with Obi there. Remember? I mean, this was before their election. No? That's one thing I respect you, the obedient, for. You know that? I respect you for that. You sort of demystified so many myths. And that's why a lot of them don't like you. And they will never like you. I've said this many times. I have this friend, and he said, Maiyegun is like you are not obedient, but you like obedience. I was like, well, back, okay. I have said it from the onset. The whole script is already there, which was disobedient, so there will be the nemesis, the nightmare, and I envisaged it. There will be the nemesis for PDP, nemesis for APC. I just never thought they would take it this long, or they will last this long. Now, the only thing will beat me be that, but I've said it before, that if they are going into their charade, and me and you no get dog in their fight, okay? So every time you say one or two things, they will tell you, there is nobody that can displace APC and PDP. If you know agree with them, go and start your own party. And the election was coming. The obedient were told the same thing. I am Maiyegun, the diary man. Suddenly, for the first time, I am not going to be talking about people destroying people. I wasn't going to be talking about Al-Qaeda People's Congress alone. I'm actually going to be talking about the people who wanted to take the two of them down. Impossible. It's not going to happen. It's impossible. Okay, fine. Until when the Charade election was coming closer, and I started warning all of you. I said, are you all still laughing at disobedience? Last, Baba, despite all the rigging, despite all the killings, they still shamelessly declare 12 states for them. People where they told you that they can never win one single local government. They shamelessly declared them that they want 12 states. The people that they told you that they are just noisemakers on social media, 4 people tweeting in a room, right before our very eyes, with these giant criminals, PDP, APC, with their billions. People will no spend a dime, give anybody a dime, right before our very eyes. They shame them until they resort into fight. Gidigbo. Who will believe that PDP and APC, they do gidigbo with Labour Party? In your lifetime, it happened. So that doesn't make me obedient or what have you. I've told you, I love it. You are their nemesis, but we all know where this is going to end. And that's another wrong I want to be proven on. Maiyegun, you are wrong. You will see what will happen after the tribunal. Okay, fine. That is another another shock I want to see. But if there's anything at all, to me, those obedient, they have nothing to prove to anybody anymore. They shook your career, powerful politicians and their political parties. They shook them. We all witnessed it to Nigeria. This guy, they shook them. To their bone marrow. You know it now. Don't pretend that you don't know. Look at the mess afterward. They couldn't even clear it. So that is one thing I respect them for. And that is why wherever I notice how the system works, who will believe that for a minute? That APC, PDP will be spending billions of propaganda against the people that are just 4 people tweeting in a room. We didn't see that coming. We didn't realize that they could traumatize PDP, APC in this past election, like it happened, all right? We all witnessed it too. And thanks for the whole INEC thing. So yeah, as I was saying, I am not obedient because I don't believe what you believe. Sure, you know, a lot of you obedient, your belief that is driving you include that no matter how corrupt the system is, you will still manage to fix it and get it right and get your mandate and the rest of it. I don't believe that. A lot of you believe that, yes, Nigeria is messed up, Nigeria is corrupt, but with Peter Obi, there's going to be a different thing. Nigeria can still recover. I don't believe that. Sure, you get me? I don't believe that. All right? And then what other things do you believe in? Believing that maybe Nigeria can still work as well. Like Nigeria can still work. I don't believe that. Do you see that now? Well, I respect your belief. I respect your tenacity. I respect your, what do you call it? Persistence. And, is it called persistence? Perseverance, ruggedity, and the rest of that. I respect all of that because you know why? Who could have believed that in 10 months, You rattled those who used to sit down and decide what is what and who is going to be what in Nigeria. You rattled them. You demystified that Northern Nigeria powerful bloc. You demystified that. You defeated PDP. You defeated APC. Now we are seeing the drama. It's so difficult for them to clean away. So who could have seen that coming? I didn't see that coming. I just thought you're just going to be like a pest on them, make it uncomfortable for them. I didn't know that you could defeat APC and PDP in an election. Just like we saw it. I saw it too. I witnessed it too. But I told you they will never let you. It's never going to happen. They will never let that happen. They will rig you so blatantly, so shamelessly that you'll be so angry. And that's exactly what happened. A lot of you are so angry right now with what happened. I said that. So you demystified a lot of things. You demystified using religion, using a tribe to divide people for the first time. Or more, I saw genuine people who, despite all the propaganda of a tribe, religion, going here and there, they were determined to send anything APC, PDP away. We saw it. So I respect all of that. But I am also speaking from experience when I told you they knew what you can do. Now they know that what you can do. Now they're not going to take any chances. They will do it enough that they will kind of feel like, what are you going to do? Okay, yeah, what are you going to do? And that's the shock I'm kind of talking about, okay? What are you going to do? When the judiciary finally thrown all of this under the bus and say nothing happened, what are you going to do? Everybody's concerned, and that's why that's the money they are spending now to say, hey, these people want to burn Nigeria because if the judgment didn't go in their favor. You know that kind of thing. They are spending money on that now because they are rattled, they are scared. What are you going to do? If the judiciary say, oh yeah, that's it, what are you going to do? So and I respect that a lot. I respect that a lot because me too, I don't know what you're going to do. Because when I was asking one of the obedient that, what are you going to do? When the court says, Maiyegun, you are not asking the right question. The question you should be asking is, what are they going to do if the tribunal now declared Obi winner? I was like, okay, fine. You got me, fine. What do you think they are going to do if they declare Obi winner? He said, well, if they don't answer you, Maiyegun, my answer is the same. Heaven no go fall. Okay. So yeah, that is one thing I respect about the obedient. You are the better nemesis. Because you see the Yorubas, you see Hausas, you see Fulanis, you see Igbos, you see Ijos, you see the Effiks, you see the BBOs, you see the Tifis, and the, all over the place. You will see the young, you will see the old. And the way they operate, no matter how much you try to underplay their achievements, Baba, record and facts don't lie. Respect that. They have proven and kind of shown that if that kind of energy is taken into, power. Now, I think I get it why you said with this energy and positivity and all of this connection, where tribalism, religious, this and that doesn't seem to have space, then you believe that Nigeria can work. I don't believe that. I mean, I used to be a believer, but I'm sorry, I don't. So I'm just saying that I respect your belief, I respect your faith, because if it should work out, it's almost the same thing, right? Nigeria will work better when it is completely broken up. May everybody to go their separate ways. The next kind of similar thing to it is to kind of give Nigeria a confederation. Let every region or whatever part they're going to divide Nigeria into 20, 15, 5, 6, 10, it doesn't matter. Once you divide them, let everybody kind of have their autonomy, run their own thing in their own way. Anything apart from that, I call it kicking the can down the road. Temporary solutions for lifetime problems, of course, is never a solution. Anyway, but I respect your belief. I respect your bond. I respect your all of that. But you are battling with human evil, human devils. And a lot of you should be wary of them. All right? There is nothing that you're going to pull. There's no stunts you're going to pull. There's no crowd. There's nothing you want to pull that these guys are not ready for. And to burn Nigeria down for it, of course they'll do it. They'll do it. If they have to burn down Nigeria, they'll do it. But I will never forget that if they are forgotten or they are not paying attention and acknowledging it, they are dealing with another generation that seems not to be easily swayed. A generation that is likely not going to take a no for an answer. It will take them a long time to break that generation, this generation, or the generation will break them. Either way, something will give. I will stop there. Opened my line. I'll take calls because imagine now, the Mac, what's it they call this thing? Not the Mac, iMac. You know that £2,000 desktop that we decided to get when we were doing this upgrade, equipment upgrade and all that. And then I got the camera and they started freezing and freezing. It was like a mess. That is the one I abandoned for the past 2 or 3 months. And I had to go back to it tonight to kind of see if the audio will be better after playing video. And it seems to be kind of better, right? I'll work more on the picture next time, okay? I'll make the picture kind of more glowy and beautiful than this next time. But it's quite better, right? Let's take calls from it and see if it's still not going to freeze. But if you have been with me all through this moment, please, if you have to leave, fine. But you can also call in. The number is on your screen, okay? It's a WhatsApp call only. Now, if you have to leave, don't forget to like the broadcast before you do that. I will be back to take more calls, okay? So yeah, don't go anywhere. Thank you so much. I had a caller earlier and I lost you. If you are still there, you can probably try again, okay? And thank you very much. Yes, the line is opened. And if you want to be part of this, the number is right there on the screen, okay? If you are calling from outside the UK, if you haven't really saved the number, right, you have to put the +44, right? And then if you already saved it, yeah, it will be your shot. Let me quickly add that. 1 sec. Right. Thank you very much. Meanwhile, just a quick one. The junta in Niger, right, who kind of made a proposal yesterday that they would be in power for the next 3 years and then transit to democracy and all that. Well, the ECOWAS guys have rejected that. That is unacceptable. No, don't even. What do you mean? 3 years. Remember, they said they already have their own D-Day. And the Nigerians are already saying that, okay, well, you can come in and come and work on our dead bodies to force us back to democracy. Okay, hang on. I think, see if I can connect this. It's a bit dodgy, isn't it? I have a caller who might want to add to this. Hello there.
Hi, Maiyegun.
Hey, brother, how are you, sir?
I'm good, Maiyegun. I'm a first-time caller.
Right. And your name?
Onyeka, calling from Boston, USA.
That is Onyeka from Boston. How you doing tonight,
From
Baba?
Boston,
This
USA.
afternoon, rather.
I'm good, Maiyegun. It's actually evening here.
Oh, is it?
So
go on.
It's actually evening here, past 5 p.m. Yeah, from Boston. So I'm actually a first-time caller, but I've been watching your program for like years now. So I used to be a strong follower of Nnamdi Kanu when I used to watch his program then. So I stumbled upon his TV channel then. So when he was apprehended, I don't know what, you know how Nigeria is so crazy. When he was apprehended back home, so I kind of like stumbled upon yours. No one ever told me about your channel. So I stumbled upon yours. I was like, oh wow, this guy's actually making sense. So I stayed glued in. I've been watching all the time. I mean, I'm gonna say this to make it short, so I allow people to call in though.
Yes, bro.
I still think people have not really woken up yet fully in Nigeria. Trust me. I don't think people are really woken up like fully. When people wake up fully, they actually understand what is really going on. They think everything is a joke. They think everything is a cruise. But those guys keep on stealing from us, stealing from them. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
They think everything is a joke. I was watching Wike's ministerial announcement today. He kept on talking about how he was gonna pull buildings down. I'm like, wait a minute. This guy is meant to be in jail. If a country system is working, that guy is meant to be in jail. But you know how it is in Nigeria. Everything to them is a joke. Everything to them is a cruise. It's just crazy. Maiyegun, I'm just gonna allow someone else to call in. I'm so glad I have to reach out. Yeah, take it easy.
You too, man. Thanks a lot. And that's from Onyeka. Hang on, I'm having this kind of blind way of seeing my screen. There's this reflection on it. Hello there.
Hey, Maiyegun, what's up?
I am very well. What's up, man? How you doing?
Doing good. This is Radical.
Well, sir.
Aluta Africana.
That is Radical, the Aluta Africana. Baba?
Where do I start? Where do I end?
Whatever you do, Baba, whatever you want. I'm always behind you. Go on.
It just amazes me why Nigerians cannot get sufficiently angry. Everything for them is a joke. Everything for them is you go better, Ross, you go better, me, guy, you go better. When I went home last year, I listened to young people. They sound like children. I listen to undergraduates. I begin to wonder, God, why are these sets of undergraduates different from what we are in our own time, in our own days? We are highly conscious and, reactionary to things happening around us. But young people back home just want to take everything easy, especially those who come from a little wealth, who feel that, oh, I'm better than the other person. They are waiting for a Messiah to come from heaven. And when they talk from here, they say, come home. And even if when they come home, they are not ready to come out. Because Nnamdi Kanu has gone home from here. Okay? Charade has gone home from here.
He's been with them for
Nigerians are their biggest enemies. They love life too much. And even the Bible says those who love their life will lose it. Okay? Nigerians love life too much. They are not willing to do anything to save themselves or to help themselves. And I just told somebody this morning that a slave who cannot afford to rebel is not worthy of his freedom. A slave who cannot as much as afford to rebel to say, I can't take this anymore. You are not worthy of your freedom. You are not worthy of your freedom. That's what it is. When Wike comes up to Abuja, the person he does is threatening everybody. It's not threatening everybody. He knows who is threatening. Who are those who in Abuja? Igbo people. Who are the ones that the Nigerian government thinks they are expendables? The Igbo people. Okay? So Wike goes there and they send him attack dog. Go and threaten Igbo people with their houses and everything. My brother, it's just a matter of time. One day, everybody, last, everybody go chop breakfast like Usman Joe.
Breakfast to Radical. See, thank you
so much. Where that Mubu they serve? Where the Usman Joe they serve? You know, you don't enter one hole. Shut him out. You don't enter one hole, shut him out. Nobody knows, nobody's hearing from me. Don't enter one hole, shut him out. You watch Fulanis kill 36 soldiers in Niger State. They sent a reinforcement Air Force. They shut down the Air Force. I said, we shut down the Air Force. What does the governor do? The governor quickly runs to Ebola and say, Ebola, you cannot come to Niger State and fight.
Yeah, we don't want military.
Niger State has the highest concentration of Fulanis all over the world, not just from Africa, from all over the world.
And we will
who is pulling who? Who told them there's Fulani all over the world? Fulani is only in Africa, in Sahel Africa. Okay? And they have managed to capture Nigeria. What they are doing in Nigeria, they tried in Ghana and they were shot at sight. Okay? They can only do that in Nigeria because we have southern politicians like Ebola, like Mike, like Devil Omahi, like Udeme in Imo State. The vulture that eats his own people. Okay? The day the southern politicians will wake up and say, enough. This thing will be enough. Unfortunately enough, I've gotten to a point where I do not believe there will ever be a working Nigeria. There will never be a working Nigeria. Even those who are telling Obi, I say, listen, I'm in the States. Okay? Even Barack Obama, who is a black president, if he wears a hood and walks in some streets of America, somebody will shoot him for a criminal. Why? Because as long as American racism is concerned, every black person is a criminal. So I do not want a working Nigeria from construction to production where the Igbo man is a slave, where the Yoruba man is a slave. I don't want that. I would rather settle for a broken Nigeria where I'm a free man and be poor. If I would be poor as an Igbo man in Biafra land, I would rather be poor there than be rich in a Nigeria where
than
slave.
Slave and still not free. I get it.
I would rather be a poor man with dignity than a rich man who is a slave.
Thank you so
I would
much.
rather take that.
Let me take
okay. Give it up, bro.
I know, man. Thanks so much. It's good to hear from you again, sir, right? I have another person on the line here. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, that is you connected now. Hello.
Yeah, Maiyegun.
Sir.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
So this is one more life.
Sorry, I could barely hear you, by the way. Like the voice is quite low.
All right. So I say this is one more life calling for the prize.
One man what? I didn't get that. I'm sorry.
One man life, one more life, one more
life. Okay, I get it now. I mean, the line is quite a little bit croaky, but maybe when we get on, it gets better. Okay, Baba, please, go on. One more life, just one more.
Okay. Yeah, very good. I have something I feel like suggesting. Things are people back home. Most of them, they don't get the information you are passing through. Is there any possibility like having FM that people can turn on every evening, like we turn on the YouTube, Facebook, and listen to you? Is such thing possible for us to have?
Of course.
So that your message can pass all through over Nigeria, because not everyone can afford this, maybe the subscription, maybe to watch the YouTube, the Facebook, or whatever. Maybe is there any way we can help? Because I'm thinking about that. I don't know what you think.
Well, I kind of already on the line for that when we started the Diaspora Radio International, right? So the intention then was it's an online radio, very active still, right? But we would need any local radio kind of platform in Nigeria with wider outreach, okay, that could give us a sort of time like airwave, right, where we can always connect. What they do is that they just connect their station to that Diaspora Radio channel. You see, all of these my videos, they are already in audio form on the radio. Repeatedly, they're like replaying and replaying and replaying. There are like so many there, right? So that was the intention. But I realized that to maintain that kind of line of, sort of arrangements requires a lot of money to keep it running. It is beyond just one-off support. Oh, Maiyegun, what do you think it's going to cost? Well, it's going to cost, let's say, for example, it's going to cost 10 million a year to keep that line open and then keep these things running, right? Then they say, oh, yeah, let's give you this million now. It doesn't work that way. There's so much into it that I only discovered. I mean, the last time I was supported to start the radio, right? I was supported once. And since then, this is like over 2 years now. I have kept people on my payroll. Not because the Diaspora Radio International gives me anything. It doesn't earn me anything. It doesn't give me anything, right? But I've kept people on the payroll alone just to keep the radio running, like making sure that everything is like fine. I've kept them on my payroll for the past 2.5 years, including in Nigeria. So I've got that slowed down that at a point in time, I'm going to make that deal when I can really, really afford it. And like you said, all these messages can always be heard on Nigerian radios, on these places and all that. But it is more than just connecting it to them. Like I just said, it's cost effective.
So I don't want to take much time. But, I get it. But is it not possible to start like a program, like as you are doing, like maybe have a radio station back home, where you can where we can pay we can pay like maybe like for them to pass their message. Yes, for 1 hour, every day. Or I think some people used to have a program on TV on radio station that like lasts for 45 minutes. At least maybe we can start from there. I don't know what you think.
Of course. I mean, that's a brilliant idea where because all they have to do is this, right? All they have to do is this. Like I am right now. If if I had connected the Diaspora Radio International radio to this broadcast, everything I'm saying right now that people can watch and talk and all that will also be live on the radio. All they have to do is just to plug it into their program on an arranged time. If they say, okay, from 8 p.m., right, we pay you. All you have to do is that from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., we want you to stream part of this broadcast on your radio. And like I said, it is always cost effective. It isn't always that easy, like easy ride or so, I'll look into it. Something I've always been interested in, until I figured out that
that's just my contribution this night. I've been willing to at least to say this for a long time.
Okay, it's one of the things I have in mind.
Thank you.
I know fully soon.
All right,
we'll have that. I get what you mean.
Okay.
Wait after.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. One more live. That's brilliant. I've always had that idea. But Baba, I don't lie to all of you, right? To run this kind of platform is actually very cost effective. Okay. I mean, I just sit down here and talk, and it's not just sitting down and talk. There are other people behind the scene that actually help me. And in ensuring that I always get what I want when I want them, okay? Some of them on a short notice, they will be there to get them for me, okay? And some of them, they're like walking round the clock to make sure that I always have what I want to bring to you all the time. And this actually are cost effective. Even this streamer alone, this one you are watching right now, or everything that goes into it for like to make it obvious to you like this, apart from the equipment, right? Every month, that is more than £100 that I pay to ensure that at least I can do this every month to have you every day, every night. So there's so much that goes into all of this that I actually never really thought. I mean, who would have thought that one day I was going to like cough out £4,000 3,000 pounds, 2,000 pounds sterling, like that, just to get equipment that I'm going to like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm so grateful to all the support I've been getting from all of you. Okay, I'm not joking with that. They are making so much impression. I mean, so much difference, right? But yeah, call it ongoing. All right, just call me ongoing. And I know that one of these days, it is going to be a channel that you're going to call it network. Like I'm going to be like a network. MaiyegunsDiary Politico. It's going to be like a network where it won't be just Nigeria, where you have the radio stations and all of them plugging in, okay, to stream the content of this conversation here to their audience in Nigeria. Yeah, with little inducement here and there, we could make that happen. But little inducement is not little in this kind of context, okay? I have been there. And if you need to know how much people, I have to pay people to get things done, no matter how little, then you understand that it is really, really cost effective. It is cost effective. It is time consuming. I'm always grateful, right, for all the outcome as people continue to say, oh, we appreciate you. We appreciate what you are doing. And they want me to get better. So I appreciate that. So yeah, when people raise that point like that, it's always good to say, wow. So I have a lot of people who are kind of thinking like me too. We will get there. Some of them are very cost effective, like because you don't do them once. You have to do them and do them and do them. You have to keep doing them or else they will just disappear. Like people will be asking you, what happened to that thing again? I couldn't keep spending, you will say, right? And I hate that. I don't like failure. I don't like failing. I like winning. And sometimes to win, you have to have so many disappointments and failures, okay? And that is why when I feel like something, I just want to succeed. And this is one of them. So, hello there.
Hello, Mr. Maiyegun. How are you, sir? How are you, sir? Happy Monday.
Very well.
Happy Monday to you.
Yes, sir.
God bless you, sir.
Yes, sir.
God bless you, sir. Yes. Yeah. Now, my name is Dr. Akemagwede, and I'm just appealing to the judiciary to do the right thing, because about 98% of Nigerians, they know the right thing. So anything, if they do the contrary, that will not good. So I'm just right now begging them to do the right thing. And it's true, because the right thing is very glaring. All over the world is very, very glaring. Very glaring. So for now, I'm just begging them, because all these mafia group that they say that anybody that does not belong to that mafia group cannot be the president of Nigeria. To me, that will not be possible. Why? Could you believe, Mr. Maiyegun? That was why last year at Abeokuta, that Tinubu have that boldness that Emi local, because in that their mafia group, mafia inner circle, untouchable group.
The cabal, the wolves, the jackals.
God bless you. That's their group. So that group, they do rotate the presidency there. They rotate it. So once your name is not there, yes, oh, God bless you. Once your name is not there, like now, Mr. Peter Obi's name is not there. Pastor Ndebaga's name is not there. Showore's name is not there. Prince Adewale Adebayo is not there. But that thing, what I'm calling now is that in Nigeria, me and you, yes, Mr. Maiyegun, yes, we should not and must not tolerate such thing to happen. To happen. It's true. Why is it that people in that circle, in that mafia inner circle, untouchable caucus group, that's the only circle that exists. God bless you, which is supposed not to be. So if they like themselves, just they do the needful, because about 90% of Nigerians know the correct thing, and they themselves, the judiciary, they know the correct thing to do.
They do.
So I'm not begging them; they should not do anything contrary to what the generality of Nigerians waiting for. So that's it. God bless.
Listen, Dr. Jegede, thank you. I'm sorry, Dr. Agbederada. You know the Jegede I remember is that Lagbaja of Tifnubu's service chiefs. But see, Dr. Agbede, you have dropped your warning.
Yes, I'm good.
And when they say the dog that failed to heed the whistle of the hunter, will be lost. Abi?
Yes.
We'll keep reminding them. There will be consequences. That's what people say. Of course. Thanks a lot.
Yes.
That is engineer Dr. Agbede. And he repeated himself to let them know that even if they feel like they are untouchable, if they feel like nothing is going to happen, all noise and all that, he was here. He's here to tell them that they will be making a huge mistake if they think within their circle where they are nominating people as who is to be president or who is to be this or that, the shocker will start happening when the judiciary drop the ball. And that is if they if they fail to do the right thing. So the right thing is to do what the people, what does the people want? And that is there. If they fail to do the right thing. I can hear you because you are already connected. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hello, Maiyegun.
Sir, how are you?
Very, very happy to talk to you. In fact, I've been looking for a way to connect with you all through. I've been a very big fan of you. I've been watching your program right from time, and in fact, it has become a medicine for me. If I don't listen to it, I may get sick. I don't know why. In fact, I don't pray that this program should go off, and it will never go off forever and never.
The worst they can do is to shut us down, and we will come back again. Sure, you get.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they can't shut us down. No, nobody can shut us down.
Sometimes I do imagine where your knowledge is from. I just pray that wherever it's from, God will continue to replenish it.
Amen.
Because the something is just so astounding. It's so astounding.
Thank you.
I want to speak on the issue of Peter Obi and blah blah, all of them. It's all rubbish. There is nothing that Peter Obi is coming. There is nothing Peter Obi is coming to do. It's just a kind of a campaign and do all those things. The whole thing will still go back to the same thing that we've been seeing. Nigeria is a fucked up country. It's totally messed up. The next thing I'm still just thinking the only way out that I'm thinking that can be possible now is Nigeria to go to that war they are planning. Maybe that is the only way God can help us. So that when they invade Niger, then they bump Nigeria, then this our army that have not been fighting war, the only time they fight war is to fight war with to go and kill the Biafrans. So let them be able to let them be useful for once and go and fight the real war. That is what I'm just thinking now, because that is the only way I think that we can liberate from this mess. The rubbish is too much. Nigeria is not a country. The whole thing is just a total rubbish. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. I just pray that the war should come up so that the Nigeria and Niger, the other country, Russia,
Faso, Mali, Guinea, Chad, Algeria, Congo, Benin, and the rest of them will continue. You mean?
So that all of them will come, so that we can be able to have our liberation. Just like what that man said, that the only way that anybody that is a slave that doesn't rebel, he doesn't have any this thing to have a freedom. So you have to rebel. And the way we are, because of the way we are so divided, we Igbo, Yoruba, all those people, we don't all of us, we are not together. We are not cooperating. So we can't fight for revolution. The only revolution we can see now in this our country, so divided. The only revolution we can see now in Nigeria is Nigeria waging war with Niger. Maybe from there the revolution can come in. Thank you very much, Maiyegun.
God bless you. Thank you so much for that stop. Okay, I came across a video. Now, I need to warn all of us here, okay, about something and how this trend is going to twist soon, okay? They have been working over time to ignite the old Yoruba versus Igbo rivalry. This time around, like they have been doing over time, right? It's not for healthy reasons. So they are going to put together their criminals, especially in Eastern Nigeria, that will continue to identify themselves as unknown gunmen. You know that it is Yoruba man that is now in charge of Nigeria right now. All of you know very well, Yorubas even rejected this criminal in his own supposed, what do you call it, rent-seeking state, Lagos. I believe you should remember that. They've said a lot of things. They've done, Angono. Did somebody say no sound? You better check your system. If your device is not with sound, that is on you. I don't think it's from here. Sure you get. So I want you to know that the same of these guys who will put, you know what I mean? The same guys who will pick armless Fulani or armless Northerner, and they will start recording their videos saying all manner of negative things that will make you, even you as an Igbo man, to cringe and say, this is on Igbo-like. This is not us. We are not cold-hearted barbarians like this. No. And then an average smart Igbo will know that if you are committing a crime where you are making a video, your intention is actually not just the crime you are committed. It is the crime you are about to, you will still want to commit afterward. The message of fear, division, it has worked for them in the past. Now you probably will see Yorubas. You will see some criminals that will pick up Igbo that they want to kill. They say, I will kill you because your people are killing our people. You will see some criminals from Igbo land that will pick up Yoruba and say they will kill you because your man is the president of Nigeria. This is the latest propaganda they're going to put out there. They're going to get a lot of you angry. And they're going to do this enough with the help of those who have already been sharing the bigotry, divisive rhetorics on social media. It's about to get dirty. And I'm so worried for some of you. A lot of you would, I mean, I don't know how you're going to hold it together, especially those of you who are Yorubas, that they will tell you that the Igbos hate you. They hate you because your man is the president of Nigeria. Now you see all these misguided, kind of ignorant criminals. Wherever you see them, there is no point in amplifying them. These are wannabe ethnic betas. They are taking their game to the next level. The Igbos and Yorubas are not meant to be friends and be together according to them. How dare you sit together and start talking about how Tifnubu is this or that? I have seen videos that were supposed to be submitted for real investigation of those criminals behind them, but they are being shared on Twitter, shared on WhatsApp. Their intention is not for any reason to catch or nip those criminals in any board. Their intention is to fuel the this sad, bloody, ethnic, divisive messages. And since Nigeria is already so divided, you are likely going to come across a lot of them and you're going to get yourself caught in the web of this propaganda. I want to feel sorry for a lot of you. You know, you're going to get to see some of these horrible things. They are organized crime that the people who are supposed to keep you united, APC, Egbekegbe, they are supposed to keep you safe. They are those who are going to be fueling this. Because it's a divided you fall, Abi. United you stand. You won't stand. By standing means you may stand up to them, challenge them. These are criminals. I saw a video where they were recording a guy, ridiculous, right? They were recording a guy and they said, "What is your name?" He said his name. And then they said, "You are a Yoruba man." He said, "I'm a Yoruba man." The way he pronounced the Yoruba will make you feel like, are you sure you are a Yoruba man? Anyway, so they put this guy on. They've already stabbed him or marked him. He was already bleeding. And they said they were going to kill him. This is also, we are unknown gunmen. In that video, I won't show you the video. It was horrible. I know the intention of that video in case you have seen it, okay? So they say, we are unknown gunmen. We have captured you today. They sent you to come and spy on us. Tell us, why are you here? And the guy said, our driver said he saw some of the unknown gunmen in the bush when he was dropping passenger. So he, as a Yoruba man, they now sent him to go and check if the story is true. And he kept saying as a Yoruba man, they sent him to come and spy on them so he would know they are true. Then the guy now replied and said, no, it didn't say spy, by the way. He said he should come and confirm if it is true that unknown gunmen were there. And then the guy said, well, anyway, you, a Yoruba man, your Tinubu is your brother now. He said, Tinubu is my brother. I mean, yeah, he's a Yoruba man. Okay, you don't go. We'll go kill you. Your Yoruba people, see your man here. They sent him to come and spy on us. And we are going to kill him now. Anyway, because you are Yoruba and Tinubu is your brother. That driver that brought you is Igbo, Abi. Say is Igbo. We let him go because he's Igbo. So we let the driver go. But your people should not expect you again. We'll kill you. I've seen the video. If you pay attention, like I've always done so many times, if you pay attention very well, you can see the intention of making that video. And the intention is for a particular targeted audience. Even the real Igbos are kind of so cringy. And they are asking that whether that video is real or fake, those perpetrators should be caught, they should be arrested. And in fact, brought to the open and prosecuted. So the intention is clear. It was pretty much like the same one when they said IPOB broke the Owerri prison. And I started asking questions like, listen, the Igbo land is the most militarized part of Nigeria today. So how could you, in Imo State, where Oples Uzodingba has been bringing in soldiers to kill the Igbo youth in the name of looking for IPOB, then a particular day, IPOB came to the prison, federal prison, where the government house, the governor's house is just about a 3 minutes walk, not drive or walk. You will walk from the prison to governor's house. It's just 3 minutes. Official house of the governor, where you have the commissioner of police and the rest of them stationed security, right? The police headquarters from that place is about 7 minutes drive from the prison yard. The military base in Imo State is just about 20 minutes drive from the prison. I started breaking that down that day. I said, how possible would then be for the people that you have already been killing other people for to come to town? And they are in town. They are breaking the federal prison. They broke federal prison. No resistance, no fight, no nothing. And they stayed there for 5 hours. They even did morning devotion in the prison. Nobody came, no military, no police, no SOS. The prison warden, they didn't call for help. No, this is not it's not true. It doesn't make any sense. So those of you who thought it was IPOB this or that, you started changing your story. Then you say, maybe they didn't do it. Maybe they hired people to do it, but that wasn't your position in the first place. So when I saw that video where people are kind of saying, unknown gunmen have caught a Yoruba man that came to spy for them. Why would the Yoruba man go and spy on unknown gunmen in eastern Nigeria if he is not a DSS, he is not a police, he is not a soldier, just a Yoruba man found in the forest of Igbo land looking for unknown gunmen because he wants to confirm it? Now they've caught him. Because Tinubu is his brother. Yorubas, we are going to kill your brother. Don't you think that is a targeted campaign? Is that difficult for you to know? You're going to see more of that. You've seen the unknown gunmen Igbo version, Abi. You're going to see unknown gunmen Yoruba version too. The provocation, the message is to get all of you riled up. You can't sit down and talk about Nigeria. You can't sit down about saving anybody. You need to be fighting yourselves. You need to be killing yourselves. And if you're not going to do it, they're going to help you. But I can tell you this for free. If you believe any of those things and you start kind of using that to go after anybody, it's simply because you've already been a closet bigot, a closet tribalist. You're only waiting for a chance. Whether you are Igbo, whether you are Yoruba, if you enter those baits, if you take them, listen, nobody baited you. You've always been like that. You only need a reason. To what? To say the horrible things you want to say about the Yoruba people. You've always been looking for a reason anyway. To say the horrible things you want to say about the Igbo people. Say them. They will feed you all those content you need. But I promise you this. Those who are behind all of this, none of them actually care about whether you are Igbo or Yoruba. They just want you to destroy yourselves. So I won't share the video. I just thought I should mention it. I was going to go earlier. What do you call it? Somebody is asking me that is it true that they are going to pay the new ministers, that they are going to pay them, or they are going to give them 1.35 billion naira as accommodation. But now that one they release, you are talking about 1.3 billion. That's just for saying accommodation settlements. They're not going to tell you the rest. There's still going to be more billions to award to them to settle them down. They're going to buy them cars. They're going to renovate their offices. They're going to renovate their homes. You're never going to know about those billions, by the way. But yes, it's true. 1.38 billion naira for accommodation for ministers. Don't stress it. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir.
The general.
Baba.
Baba, I greet you. I'm a great fan of yours.
I greet you too. Because if you greet me like that for Nigeria, it will cost me money. And I don't get money, so I have to return it. I greet you too.
Greetings from Germany.
Oh, say that again. I know you're calling from Germany. Say that again.
Greetings from Germany. Greetings from
Germany. Thank you, Baba. So yeah,
I greet you.
I greet you too.
Yeah, I'm a great fan of yours with my friend Centurion here. So we always watch you, boy, like every day. Every day we sleep, we go to bed with your voice, like a lullaby.
Thanks,
Yeah,
go on.
Yeah, I like the way you're following the program. Tiff Nubu and the rest of them. Tiff Nubu, what's the other guy's name?
Is that the name I remember? Okay, I got no. You have your time and you say your mind, okay? But for the sake of that, my friend or your friend behind the scene, right? Let's just take the roll call, okay? It starts like this. For those of you who have been regular, okay, you have the Buhari Danes, remember? The Buhari did the Buhari Denotus, the Buhari Dijatus, the Buhari Shukus, the Ungo Ziaris, the Unekaharis, the sophisticated morons, the ungood slaves, Abi. Then you have the Lagos Sabo Bankers as well, right? Lagos Sabo Bankers.
Exactly.
Crumb eaters, crumb chasers, ass lickers.
A lot of them.
All right, sir.
A lot of
long roll call. Anyway, your turn.
Yes. The thing is that I love the way you handle the program, how you handle the case. You know, this Yoruba and Igbo rivalry that they are trying to bring in, it's a very big thing that we wouldn't want to do. I mean, it's been the Igbos and the Hausas for a very long time, and now they're turning the table around, which means if the Yoruba goes against the Igbos, now we have Igbos. Now I'm an Igbo guy. Now I have to deal with the Yorubas and the Hausas hate. And then that would be like a 80-20 chance for the Igbos survival. And then the Igbos would definitely want to retaliate and, you know, make their voices heard.
I mean, sorry, tit for tat now. Like, I mean, every action, there is expected opposite reaction or counter reaction as well. Sure, you know.
Yeah, of course, yes. Yes.
The advantage of these criminals, they want us that way. That's exactly how they want it to be.
Exactly, and the what baffles me is that the sole plan of all this is just to be able to loot more money, just because of more money that you definitely leave behind, and then we'll start hearing stories like 20 billion so amount was recovered from Tiff Nubu in one account in Sudan, you know, we are tired of such stories. I always think I would want to visit home, from time to time. But then look I can't even go home. If I manage to get to Nigeria, I can't go to Imo State. I'd rather stay in Lagos or somewhere that's safe, Asaba. But how can I not go home? How can you have a home and you be scared to visit your home? Before, as at 2000s, as at year 2000, you can walk freely in Imo State and hold your phone in the night and nobody will speak to you. But now, in the early morning, 10 o'clock in the daytime, that everybody's in the market, you see thieves. They will walk up to you, collect your phone, and nobody will do anything about it. And then they say unknown gunmen are shooting at social place. You hear they just killed someone's son. You don't.
And then you'll be wondering, like, before you enter Imo State, you saw the roadblocks. Even when you entered the Owerri, you saw the road. You see all the roadblocks everywhere. Where are they? When the unknown gunmen now come around, confusing, isn't it?
Very good. That is the thing. So it is obvious that they work hand in hand with these people. When they are coming out, they give them update. We'll be working today. You guys should stay up because if you stay there, you're on your own. You will say
have you ever heard where Nigerian army has them plenty for that Imo State today, right? Have you ever heard? I haven't told. Have you ever heard where they say unknown gunmen versus Nigerian army? They have been fighting since morning. And it be like say the unknown gunmen have been at the soldier bullet, don't they finish? Have you ever seen anything like that before?
For where?
Never.
For where? You will never hear it. Oh, what you will hear is you just say maybe some unfortunate cadets that they have sent to go and die in that particular position. Where by the time you go through the people that died there, you see that if there were 5 people that were gunned down, policemen, so you find out that 4 of them are actually Igbo people. The ones that do not agree in that plot will be the ones that will send out to that area to go and die. It's not fair.
One thing, when people are dead, if they call them anything, who go defend them and say no, they are not?
Nobody to defend them.
I have seen
nobody to defend them
slaughtered in Eastern Nigeria, and they display them and call them this. Their families have to come out and say, you said we should pay you so and so. Now we didn't pay you. Now you are displaying our son as an unknown gunman. I've seen that too. And that is why they've not been able to win a single case. Have you seen them win any single case against anybody on IPOB or ESN in Eastern Nigeria? Have you seen any? Another question.
You will never hear it. You never hear it. It's so bad, It's so bad because we now from Imo State, we know that our brothers are never like that. I mean, all of a sudden we had rogues everywhere. I mean, if all our brothers were like this all this time, where were they? Why have they been quiet the whole time? Why all of a sudden everybody just turned to thieves, turned to flesh eaters, turned to guns everywhere? Where did they get the guns from? I mean, back in the only guns you see in the village are those ones that you shoot one and you hide to go and reload and come back and fire again.
Don't go be that. This time around, they get the the one we go last for like a 200 rounds, 250 rounds. You'll be shocked. Military grade weapons.
So military grade weapons, where are they getting it from? I mean, before they said they started stealing guns from policemen, the ones they used in attacking the policemen, where did they get them from? I mean, did they fall from heaven? I mean, are they now manna that will fall from heaven? Because we are confused. So most of us here, we ask ourselves that question, we discuss and we say, what is going on? I mean, it used to be good before. I mean, our place used to be very peaceful. But now you can't even think of going to, but before Christmas, 20th, everybody's in the village. But now, 31st, even 35th January, you won't see anybody in the village. I mean, nobody would want to visit. People cancel their occasions. They rather take it to city. You see, somebody who like an Igbo guy, and when you know another person. Instead of celebrating something in your village, you rather go to your wife's village.
When you ask them and say, what exactly is the work of government providing security? They will tell you, go and talk to your brothers yourself now. Go and tell them this. And they're like, what exactly is the role of government? If those who are supposed to keep you safe are saying, now it's your fault. Should be all of you said you wanted to break away. And now, why are you calling Nigeria to come and protect you then? And it's so heartbreaking, isn't it?
Very, very heartbreaking. Very, very, very heartbreaking. Now they are introducing taxes to to go and be attacking our grandmothers in the village selling pepper. They will ask them to pay taxes. When you sell pepper of 15 naira, you bring 5 naira for tax, and then you and your family can manage 10 naira so that you people can die quickly and we can stock more money. You know, it's well. Like, we don't even know what to say.
I mean,
like most of us now.
Well, anyway, because apart from that, what can one say? It is so kind of, you know, depressing. That's what somebody told me. Said it's depressing, Maiyegun. It's frustrating. I can't tell you.
Very, very, very frustrating. Okay, can you imagine now? Like some people, some of us are now thinking of investing in places like Asaba, where you know that it's safe. I mean, you can't take this kind of fight to a Delta man. A Delta man will not agree with you. He will collect that money, and he will never do that thing that you want him to do to their brothers. The Delta people, they have this life. They have love. They have love that is covering them. That's why there is always peace. If you go to Delta State, it's rare. You hear kidnap cases are rare. Mostly you hear about accidents and all, which is generally in another problem that we'll talk about another day. You know, but then you all these unknown gunmen, you cannot hear it in Delta State. You can't hear it in Delta State. So people like us, what will come, we'll rather stop at Asaba than go home and see our grandmothers. Before you know it, they say, now your village people, they pursue you. Meanwhile, is the government's doing, you know, trying to...
and if they say if the crime lasts longer than 48 hours, just so that the government is behind it. This one, we know how it all started. We know those who are behind it. Anyway,
Exactly. And I'm a big fan of Fela Nicola Pokoti. And when I listen to his songs, it's as if the song, he just released it today. Like, the whole thing that was happening back then, I don't know. It's now Wahala Pro Max, like they say. You understand? Because it means no improvement. If what is happening back then is exactly what is happening now, I mean, what has been happening? What has the government been doing about it?
See, Baba, the more things changes, the more they remain the same. Now, people just won't try to take a different eyes, look at, and just like you said, when you listen to Fela's song, it will be like say Fela came before his time. Because how come he was able to sing everything that is also happening right now, nearly 30 years after his death? Because the more changes, the more they remain the same.
Exactly, because the thing is, I'm thinking about it, Maiyegun. There is something they say I've been talking to my friend about. I told him I think this something that they smoke. I think it takes someone to the future, because I remember Baba Fela was going to be someone that
you know what Gbengadeboye said about Igbo smoker. He said, you can say all you like about them, all right?
Yes.
Igbo smokers don't lie, all right? They may do it and be like, yes, I did it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you going to do? But they will never lie if they do something. And that's
it is just
about,
like...
maybe that's something about Fela. You know, when you get to that stage, you just have to be honest. You just have to come.
Yes.
You just have to share what you are feeling. And that's the most sincere part that tells the story. And look at it today. It's like a prophet, isn't it?
That is a prophet. That is why I was telling my friend, I think, are you sure that the fruit that they said Adam and Eve ate, are you sure it's not the Igbo that they smoked and their eyes open? Because they said their eyes open and they knew they were naked. Because
you are taking me through a slippery slope, Baba. Okay. The last time somebody tell me, say, the forbidden fruit, when they talk saying apple, it no be apple. If you see the shape of apple, and you check your madam, you would have that thing there. They say that thing where Adam shop. Now, you put no one color in real name, they call him apple, right?
Apple, okay.
And they say when he chop up, the eye clear. He know everything. Like, why am I like this? Why are we naked? But you know why person go do that one now, especially when you do something where you are not supposed to do, like that thing.
Exactly.
You know when you want to do, you know, sense no go there, everything goes be like say more. When you finish them, you can't say more. What's I do? Chai, sense go come back, eh? But narrative plenty. You get when you pick all these things from everywhere, okay? You are a slippery slope person. You they take me on this where I know one go. You they carry me, they go where I know one go. I will let you go, all right? My time is so long gone. Eh? Send me well to your friend.
I will not allow you to. Hey, help me, 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 help me. If they carry me, they go where I don't know. Help me, help me, help me, help me, help me. I will not allow you to. Hey, help me, 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 help me. If they carry me, they go where I don't know. Help me, help me, help me.
My German friend, they carry me, they go where I don't know. Before they call say, Maiyegun self, don't they talk rubbish show? I quickly put the break on top and now. Everybody will go to bed, okay? Thank you so much for being part of this tonight. And seriously, I enjoyed myself. And if you joined us midway, I advise you to watch this broadcast from the beginning again, okay? I mean, fast forward the first 5 minutes, okay? That's where the music, my normal, demo go be, okay? So fast forward that, and then you can watch the rest, all right? And I am going to see you some other time. So before you go to bed, do not forget to drop your offering if you haven't already. Like the broadcast, share it, subscribe to it. I saw somebody today, they were celebrating their silver, almost their YouTube silver plague, right? And I'm like, oh, more, I like this flag. Oh, of course, I have to get to 100,000 subscribers before I can do that. And only you can take me there. If you don't take back your subscription on my YouTube, go put them back. Add to the number. Help me, help me, help me. I'll see you some other time, okay? Everybody should have a good night.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Maiyegun Diary, Diary Politico. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò.
Maiyegun ti dé.
òkúra olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò.
Maiyegun ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé.